Hello everyone, yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is DivineAdebola. Have you been wondering if the IELTS exam is really important for you, or do you really need to write the IELTS exam? Or you've been wondering, people who have been writing the exam, what do they need it for? In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you the importance of the IELTS exam, why you need to write the IELTS exam, how you need to prepare for the IELTS exam, and I'll also be sharing the experience with writing the IELTS exam. If this is what you're interested in, then log on to this, because we are going to be explaining a lot of things in this video. My name is DivineAdebola, and I share information about UK, anything I feel will be beneficial to you, and also share my personal experience on things that I've encountered and how I was able to scale through, just for you to know, and so you don't get to make the same mistake I've made, and so you get to have heads on about all of these experiences. Alright, without wasting much time, let's go right into the video. Before I go on, let me quickly tell you about the importance of the IELTS exam. The IELTS exam is the International English Language Testing System. It is a system designed to actually test your English language competency, to test how good you are with the English language, to test how proficient you are with the English language. For countries whose first language is not the English language, you are being required to write the IELTS exam. So, because when you're moving to some certain countries, it is expected for you to write the IELTS exam. So all of these countries will know you are very good with the English language system, with speaking the English language. So you don't come to their country and start blowing unnecessary grammar. So it tests the way you speak, the way you listen to, the way you write, and then the way you communicate. Those are just the basic things. Is English language test. So in this particular video, I'll be focusing more on my own personal experience with the IELTS exam, and I'm going to be sharing with you everything you need to know about IELTS. Let's start with the preparation for the exam. For me personally, I prepared for the exam for just about 50 to 60 hours. Yes, 50 to 60 hours. And I spread these 50 to 60 hours within a space of 30 days. I'm currently in the United Kingdom, and things can be so busy because I have to go to school, I have to work. So I have to constrain myself to preparing for just 50 to 60 hours. And this is how I do it. For the space of 30 days, I schedule 2 hours daily of my time to prepare for IELTS, specifically for IELTS. Though there are some days that I don't get to focus on it. There are some days that I'm so busy to even do it. So I have to just use some other days. I just have to factor in some days to put. So let's just say averagely I spend about 1 hour 30 minutes in a day to prepare for the exam. So let's just say 50 to 60 hours. And that is my first time preparing for the IELTS exam. So it was so fun. So for the resources I use, I focus mainly on YouTube content. There are a lot of YouTube content that you can leverage on. There are a lot of YouTubers that are focused on teaching IELTS. We have IELTS taking. We have loads of them on YouTube. Just go on YouTube and just type IELTS. You are going to see numerous videos. Some of them would teach you speaking, some of them will focus on writing, some of them will focus on reading, blah blah blah. And for me, I did more of practice test. Before starting the preparation at all, I had to do a practice test to test my level. And during the process of the practice, for every 4 days, I do a practice test with the exam condition, with the minutes and everything. So I get to know how improved I am daily. So let's quickly talk about the test template. We have 4 sessions in the IELTS writing test. Lest I forget, for me, I didn't write the IELTS academics because I don't need the IELTS for academic purposes. I need it for immigration purposes, that is the general. So if you are looking for a particular IELTS to write, there are 2 different types, the academic and the general test. If you really want to use the IELTS for the purpose of academics, then you have to write the IELTS academic. And if you want to use it for the purpose of immigration, traveling and all, you have to write the IELTS general. So there are 2 different ones you have to write, so you don't just jump and pick it. Okay, let's talk about the test template. For the test template, we have 4 sections, and the first one is the listening, the reading, the writing, and then the speaking test. So for the listening, you have 4 sessions. It's for 40 questions, and then you have 30 minutes to answer them. You have 4 sessions, 40 questions, and you have 30 minutes to finish up. And then for the reading test, you have 3 sessions. You have 40 questions as well. Then you have 60 minutes to finish them. For the writing test, you have two tasks, two writings to do, and then you have 60 minutes to finish that. So most of the time it's always, for me, which is general, I wrote a letter and then I wrote another essay. So it's either a letter or an essay. But if you are doing the academic, it's either an essay or an academic report. So this is just the only difference between the academic and the general exam. And then for the speaking test, it's in 3 parts, and it's just between 10 to 15 minutes you are done with that. And the speaking test is where you'll be facing somebody, you'll be facing an academician, you'll be speaking with the person, and then you just converse. It's more like you're just gisting with somebody, but it's not as easy as it is. So in total, you have about 2 hours 45 minutes to finish up the test. So let's talk about the booking for the test. I also booked for the test 15 days after preparing for the test, and that's because I am rest assured that I am really ready for the exam. On the 15th day, I booked for the test, which is closer to the expected time I'm supposed to finish my practice test, and I have to book in a location that is very close to me because it won't make sense for me to be traveling very far on my test day. So let's quickly talk about the booking for the test. There are 2 different testing bookings you can do. You can book for the paper test and you can book for the computer-based test. So if you do for the paper test, you know how paper test looks like now, just the normal or regular ones. And for the computer test too, everything is somewhat similar, the same condition and everything. But for me personally, I the computer test because I feel like I am more comfortable with the computer, and there are a lot of advantages the computer has over the paper test. If you want me to do a separate video on that, I'm going to do that. But some of them, let me just mention one. When you are writing for your essay on the computer, it will show you the number of words you've written. But for your paper, you won't know the number of words you've written. So these are just the simple difference. But if you want me to do a separate video on that, I'm going to do that to know the specific one that is best for you. And then for me, I paid £220 for the exam, £220. I'm going to check on the website I booked it. Just type on the internet, book for my IELTS. You're going to see the website. You're going to pick the dates. You're going to pick the speaking date. Now, the speaking date and the other date for the other session is somewhat different. So, but me, I tried as much as possible to on the same day because I wouldn't want to go to my test center and then be going after some time. So I had to book everything on the same day so I can finish up everything on the same day. So my test day experience, it was very funny. I live in Or, and my test center, or let me say the closest test center to me was in York. So I had to travel by bus for about 2 hours, 30 minutes to my venue. But it was really funny because on the day there is a roadblock. So after getting to the train station, I had to start navigating. I had to walk for about 30 to 40 minutes before I could find my test center. So this is an advice to you. Wherever you are going to be writing your test, please give yourself about 1 hour ahead or even 2 hours ahead. It's better you get there early than for you to get there late. Because there's a roadblock, I had to speak to people, so they had to direct me to a different way to pass, and then I had to get to the venue maybe after like 14 minutes or so. So please try as much as possible to travel early so that you can get there early. It's better to be early than late, because if you are late, that means you have to do a new booking. So the challenges I face while preparing for my IELTS is just the writing. The writing is the most difficult part, and also the writing is the part at which most people score the lowest score. That is where most people are at their lowest score. The writing is I won't say it's difficult, but it's just kind of somehow, because every of your grammar will be tested. Every of your grammar, coherence, expression, and everything will be tested in the writing session. So I will advise you that you put more attention on the writing part. And at the same time, while practicing, you should get to know where your weak point is. So wherever the weak point is, focus more on that and try as much as possible to get a high score. That's just the basic thing about preparing for it. So let me give you a quick tips on preparing for your IELTS score. Use a lot of resources. If you have somebody who is good with reading PDFs, there are a lot of PDFs that would help you. If you are somebody who is who loves the digital space just like me, you can leverage on YouTube. There are a lot of resources on YouTube you can use. If you are somebody who loves watching content, YouTube, there are a lot of practice videos on YouTube. Practice videos on YouTube. There are a lot of template materials on YouTube. There are a lot of explainers on YouTube that you can leverage on. And also on my test date, I don't want to really practice so much, and I had to take a lot of rest because I want my attention to be to be at the optimum level, to be at 100%. So I didn't practice for anything. I didn't add anything to my head. But at a particular time, I was watching TikTok videos, and the TikTok videos is just basically on IELTS. So there are a lot of materials online. There are a lot of materials to leverage on. Immediately you book for your test, the testing system is going to send to you a template website where you can actually do some practice test. So it's more like exact condition of what you'll be facing on that day. So I had to do about 2 to 3 tests on that place too, and I had to do more tests with some other places, and there are numerous websites like that. If you want me to do a different video on how to leverage on all of these websites, just let me know, and I'm going to be sharing that. Just let me know in the comment section. So before we go to the next section, which is my exam score, I'm going to be sharing you my exam score. I'm going to be telling you what I got in this section and my overall in total. But before we go there, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I talk about something that will be beneficial to you all the time. So if these are the things you're interested in, please let me know in the comment section below, and you can also tell me what you want me to explain more on. And please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. For my results, let me show you what I scored. So overall, before telling you, let me tell you what I scored in each section. So for my listening part, the listening part is you have to listen to some statement, then they will ask you questions on all of these statements, then you answer them. And one thing about the listening part is that the system will not repeat the question. So once the system talks about the statement just once, you just have to put your answer. So if you don't get it once, so put it low, it's gone. So for the section, I had 8.0 out of 9. The total score is 9. So I had 8.0. And according to the system, you can check it online. I think this 8.0 is about 40 questions. So from 39 and 40 is 9.0. 37 and 38 is 8.5. 36 and 35 is 8.0. So I think I scored around 36 or 35. I'm not so sure, but I had 8.0 out of 9. For the reading part, it's over 9, so I have 8.5. That's it now. So the reading part is you'll be given numerous essays, numerous topics, numerous grammar and all to read, and then you are going to be asked some questions on all of those things you've read. I think that one is pretty much easy because you can go back and read whatever you are given. It's different from the listening test that it will just be said once. And then the most difficult part, which is the writing test, a lot of people have always been having issues with this particular part because it's not just about you knowing how to write, it's about knowing how to write well. Like when you're writing an essay, you don't just write first of all, firstly, secondly, it is too basic. Don't worry, when you do your practice test, you understand all of this is. So for the writing part, I really scored low in that one. I had 6.5. And for the speaking test, honestly speaking, because I've really practiced so well, and I'm really confident in myself, and for every place I go in life, for everything I do in life, I always love to give my 100%. So on the Thursday, while I was speaking to the examiner, I went into the hall with full confidence. So every question he asked me, I answered intelligently and I answered well. But I'm not sure if he's really impressed with whatever I've said. But because in my own country, Nigeria, we've been speaking English language since we were born. So why should not I be able to converse with my fellow man? And funny enough, the man doesn't really have a difficult accent, just like some other British. His words are clear. You get to hear everything. There's no difficult accent whatsoever. And please don't form accents. Just be yourself. Don't be forming in it. You just feel. So for the speaking part, I had 8.0. So in overall, listening 8.0, reading 8.5, writing 6.5, speaking 8.0. So in total, I have 8.0. So the total of everything is 8.0 out of 9. So it's a pretty good score. So if you can aim for 7.5 and above, you are good to go for whatever you want to apply it for. For academics, it is advised that you have 6.5 and above. For most schools, 6.5 and above. For immigration, they advise you to have 7.0 and above. So if you can aim for 7.0, 7.5 and above, you are good to go. So this is everything you need to know about the IELTS. So if there's anything I've talked about so far that you don't really understand, or I didn't really talk much on it, and you want me to elaborate more on it, let me know in the comment section below. I'll always be there to give you more and more information on whatever you find difficult to understand. Alright guys, my name is DivineAdebola if you're watching for the first time, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my video, comment in the comments box below, and then share to anybody who needs to hear this information, or anybody who wants to write the IELTS exam. Alright guys, take care of yourself. Bye.